So, hey everyone, I'm into Workday for more than 12 plus years now. Overall experience is 18 plus years, and I have been part of many implementation projects and AMS world. I have been part of more than 10 implementation projects. I love creating reports, financial configurations. I have worked on pretty much all the modules in the financial world. And today we would be covering the accounting center, which is a new kind of thing concept. Not many people have heard about it or used this thing. All they have used other configurations type like accounting journals, AP, O2C, R2, many more things. But yeah, we will talk about accounting center, how powerful it is, how does it look like, and how can you transform data into some journal entries or accounting data, and a few more things about them. So yeah, that's pretty much about me. Great, guys. So I think we have a mix experienced people here today, starting from like freshers recently joined, or they want to know more about Workday. Although the purpose was of accounting center, but I think we can definitely cover the aspects of Workday Finance here today and show you a few things about Workday Finance and like how does it work and everything. So let's talk about it. So let me give a brief introduction about Workday. Okay, people who already know Workday, they can skip for a few seconds, but who doesn't know about Workday or they're going to make their career into Workday, for them, it's like a cloud-based ERP. Okay, it's a software-based, SaaS-based model which provides service on the SaaS model. And then there are many aspects of it. They provide different kind of solutions to you. For example, they will help you with the HCM, financials, grants, student, many more modules, right? In HCM itself, we have several modules. Some modules, people who are from HCM, they can watch for it, like time tracking, payroll, absence management, pure core HCM. In finance, you have procure to pay, order to cash, and many more things, right? And for reporting, also security. So there are several things out there. In one single tenant, you can access all these things in one go. For example, you don't need a separate tenant for HCM. You don't need a separate tenant for your financials world and grants and like this. So one single tenant serves the purpose for all. And I'll just show you. So to make a career in Workday, you can Workday itself. They keep hiring sometimes, although they have recently fired 400 people. That's very sad actually. And we can see LinkedIn like full of people like who are looking for jobs because of the stuff they are introducing, cost cutting and other things. But yeah, so you can directly join a Workday company also or a partner company. Now, partner company is the one who helps them. Now, there are different kind of partners: service partners, advisory partners, sales partner, technology partners. So advisory partners are the one who like advise that you should go with Workday or some other ERPs. Service partners are the one who help you to implement the software whenever you want to get rid of your legacy systems and bring this ERP or new ERP in the system. Okay, so those are the ones which helps you. And then there are technology partners like who helps a Workday to keep upgrading their technology or like day-to-day operation activities. So and then there are customers. So you can have join their customers database also. They have more than 10,000 plus customers around the world, and they are increasing day by day. And month by month, they are having this Workday Rising events across the world. So yeah, that's like you can follow them on LinkedIn to get more insights and follow their customers to get more insights on Workday. Any doubts, questions so far?
No.
Okay. So this is the home screen, guys. This is what you see after you log in with ID and password. This is your home screen where people who are into Workday, for them, it's like daily thing. For people who are new to Workday or want to get into Workday, for them, yes, this is the home screen. This is like where do we do everything and have access to many more things. And just to add one more point, they keep upgrading things on yearly basis. Twice a year, they come up with the releases. So yeah, now let's start with it. So this is where I've clicked right now. It's called a search bar. Workday is very easy to use. Now, people who are from Oracle, SAP, and PeopleSoft, right? Now they can see the difference, like just compared with your current ERPs. You'll find out that this is very easy to use and how easy it is to use. So let's see. If I want to find a person, okay, let's say John Doe or John Doe, something like this, right? So I'm typing some keywords and Workday is trying to match it with what I'm trying to figure it out in the search bar with the initial words. So let's say if I put some John, so I just typed John. I didn't type the second last name of it, the gentleman, but you can see here, whatever the data result can be, and there is view more also, right? You can always click on that. It will show you all the results with John. So, but I'm looking for John Doe here. Okay. So why it's not coming here? That's surprise. But yeah, let's click on John here. Okay, let's see John Chen, right? Let's see this employee. So now in one single click, the entire database of this employee is in front of me and the people from HCM they can pitch in to add more valuable information for other people out here. But yeah, in one single click, again, everything is based on your security in Workday. So you log in because you have that account active, and that's why you're able to log in and see all these things. I'm able to see all this information. They're like manager details, their employee ID, job profile, family, supervisory org, location, their job, personal data, right? I'm able to see because I have a super admin access here. Super admin access here. That's why I'm able to see all those things. So again, everything works on the security, revolves around the security in Workday. So whatever security you have based on that, you will see everything in Workday or will not see. It's very easy to navigate also. It's very easy to use. The UI is awesome compared to other technologies I've worked like on Oracle, also PeopleSoft, also not on SAP. But compared to those two technologies, I can, confirm that this is very easy to use. And people from Oracle, let me know if you differ on this point. So that's like I'm just finding a person. What if I want to find some data reporting? Like someone said, I like more of into reporting. I want to learn more of reporting implementations things. So that's also very easy. For example, I want to run a trial balance company. So company, let's say GMS USA. Let's give this here. And so I just gave like minimal details here. So you can see in one, like few clicks, 2 or 3 clicks only, I was able to see all this data. I can see their beginning balances, debit, credit transactions, ending balance. Not just that, I can do more. I can click on the numbers to see like how this number is summing up for getting club. So I can see there are 22 journals who are making this 5,800 something balance out here. So you can see the debit transaction, the work tax, some additional information. I can further drill down from here also. I can open this journal in a new tab just to see like what this journal was all about, who created this journal, and many more things. And then I can further it down, view this by some more parameters. Okay, so that's about like, finding data. It's very easy. I want to find some customer invoices. Again, it's very easy. Just type the report name. And again, if you have the access, if you don't have the access, it will not show up. Find customer invoices. So I can say find customer invoices for company. And here we can see. So company, let's say GMS USA. Okay, so customer invoice adjustment. I can see a lot of information here based on my access. I can see the invoice types, invoice date, invoice amount, and many more things. Due date, payment terms, payment type, all those things I can do. So this is about like finding the report. Doing transactions are also very easy. Let's say if you want to create a customer invoice. I see some chat here. Okay, so let me just answer one question here. Can you suggest if taking Workday accounting course, we have been applying for roles, accounts payable and receivable job? See, accounting is linked to these transactions. So, for example, account payable transaction like supplier invoices, supplier payments, that will generate accounting. Okay, I'll just show you some transactions now. Let me show you these transactions and the accounting. For example, we are into the customer invoices, right? So, if you look at the customer invoices, so once the transaction is completely approved, okay, you can go back here. Let me get rid of this. Oops. And anyone has a question, they can raise their hand or you can interrupt me in between. That's perfectly fine.
Why is a customer invoice? It's a vendor invoice, right? Customer is our
no. Vendor invoice is supplier invoice. This is a customer invoice.
So not a customer.
No. Why are you confusing with customer and there are two different things. Customer is the someone where you sell the items and the goods to them, right? Services. Suppliers are the one from whom you take goods and services. They're two different things. So vendor is different, customer is different. Amazon, like Netflix, we are the customers, right?
So we are calling that customer as a vendor over here?
No. Again, customer is a customer. Vendor, like if you're coming from PeopleSoft background or I think you're coming from PeopleSoft Oracle background, vendor is called supplier.
Can I tell you one short term? I can answer for this one quickly. See, the vendor is nothing but supplier. It will be meant to used for procurement to pay. Okay, the supplier transaction, all these things. The customer is for AR and billing module. All these things will be coming to that. That is different. This is different. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah, correct. So we sell our goods and services to the customers, whereas we buy goods and services from the suppliers for our day-to-day operation activities.
Yeah.
Okay, you will see more example of it. Don't worry about it. So, for example, I want to see the accounting generated from this is in progress, right? I need to find one approved one. For example, this one. So this is a approved customer invoice, and from one single click, I can see the accounting of it. Let me show you that. Okay, so you can see here accounting, view accounting. So you can see here AR got debited with this amount, then a credit to revenue, this and this also. There were meant 2 lines, I believe. So because of that, we got 2 credit lines here: revenue, and AR. Okay. Now, if that invoice is paid, then there will be separate accounting for that. So let me show you. Go back or not. So actually, we can go to this GMS USA. Then invoice status is approved, and we should have a prompt here. So this is a white area, or the three dots, we call them as prompt. So we call them as prompt here. So payment status, you're paid. So we got 16, 15, 19 invoices. So these are paid, right? So for example, let's go to this one, 8914. So now if you go to activity here, you can see payment has been done for this invoice. Now, if you want to see the account and deposit as well, right? So if you want to see the accounting of it, just simply go to accounting here, view accounting, and you can click on view journal here, posted. So 1000 cash to AR, because remember our AR was debited in our customer invoice, but when you receive the payment, it gets credit and cash comes in. So you have an accounting with cash and AR. Now, similarly to your find supply invoices, you want to find supply invoices, right? So file the supply invoices, company GMs you see. So there are two invoices, right? Let's see the accounting of that. So you can see our supplier is Amazon here, company GMs USA. And if you want to see accounting of it, right? So it's furniture, fixture, and equipment. That is the accounting of your supplier invoices. Any questions, doubts on this one?
I have a question. So I understand that the integration could load data for supplier invoices and customer invoices, but is there another way to enter the data into Workday for the supplier and vendor invoices?
Yes. So you have EIBs and iLoad, okay? And there are more things called OCR. Okay, through OCR also you can, through integration, you can bring the data from the systems, like the supplier will directly send their invoices to a mailbox that will get filtered down into Workday, and Workday system will generate an invoice for that. So that's called OCR. Yeah, we do have that functionalities available in the system. Then you can have integrations also. Plus, functional integration is like EIBs, and I'll just show you. If you have just asked for it, let me show you.
Okay.
So we have something called EIBs and iLoad. I'll just show you the EIB part today. So let's say demo. Although we'll not get, I'll just show you how we can use it. So inbound means you want to bring something inside the system. Outbound means you want to bring something outside from the system, Workday. Typically, most of the times you would be using EIB only and iLoads. So here we have something called supplier invoice EIB. Okay, submit supplier invoice. Next. Okay. Now for that, I'll just simply click on reloading. So now let's push it complete. So we have to do some data options. There should be something for the supplier invoice. I'll not take much time here. Supply invoice load. Yeah, we already have one. No need to generate one. Okay, so and did they do? Let's see if I think this one they should already have data in it. If not, okay, perfect. So luckily we have this. Yeah, let's finish this and then we'll jump back to accounting center. Yeah, we already have the file now. Let me show you that. Okay, blocked by. Oh, unfortunately, I cannot present this. Maybe some security issues are there, and because of that, I cannot open the Excel sheet or download the Excel sheet here. But maybe some other day. I was speaking to Nom Shulfu, but yeah, maybe some other day, some other class, I'll just show it to you.
It's okay. Thank you so much.
Let's exactly talk about accounting center only, not anything else. As most of you are here for accounting center only, and let's talk about that. So see, accounting center is different from your regular accounting journals. Let me tell you why. Because in accounting center, you can translate the number of sales, different data, images, and many more things into journal entries, directly journal entries. And you can ask the system to read, digest, and process it through journal entries. Then we have different configurations. First of all, let me show you some batches, accounting center. So you can automate your data transactions, okay, and many more things you can do. So it's a tool, that streamlines accounting and help to reconcile, consolidate, and achieve a more efficient close process. It's a real-time analysis to update forecasts, give users analytical tools to give the information. Plus, it provides visibility into financial background at a given time. So automation, as I said, is there, streamline all accounting into one solution, access configurable framework, full visibility into data transformation process. So we'll see all those things. Now, the configuration, definitely we'll talk about that in your classes when the classes begins. But let me show you how does it look like. How does it create journals and everything. So I'll just say find center batches. So you can do this initiate accounting center batches and all those things, but I'll just show you the existing values. 225 batch status is completed. Then we'll talk about accounting sources and many more things for sure. So we'll pick up kept for the demo. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So this one is completed. There are a few transactions in it. Let's open one. Let me show you how does it look like, and then we'll talk about this accounting source also. in a second. Okay, we got some messages here. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm not going to chat right now. That's not required. Okay, come on, get me out of this. Okay, so right now you can see this is accounting center batch which has processed some data. Now I'll just show this accounting source and everything. How can you create this accounting source and what else you can bring into this accounting sources? So for now, you can see this is a run event, run number 2. This is a summarization event which has done a primary process, run and process transactions. But the main thing happens in this accounting source where we define like what exactly you have to process, what kind of data you have to process. Okay. So accounting stage, this is summarization stage. Others should come back to this. Okay. For example, here, so I'm defining some rules here. Okay. So in accounting source, we define the rules for the system to create general entries for us. Okay, we give an ingestion source and all those things, but let me show you. So in the line rules, what we define is if the company for whosoever company XYZ, we have transactions, for cash transactions or some sales transaction, maybe like, lease transactions happen and you got entry into the system that, okay, these are the lease transactions, these are the cash transactions. Somebody has sold something like we have SFDC, right? Where we have people selling the goods and services or sales commission, or they sell policies. Then they have insurance commissions and all those things. So transforming that into a journal entry accounting data, that's what we do in this accounting center. So you can see we have mentioned the company here. Then we have defined like it will be debit or credit transaction if this parameter meets. Ledger account would be this accounting center POS, January or cash for debit. Enable default related work tags, like this would be work tag associate. We would be having the transaction. So for example, in the transaction which is coming to the Workday, they have this attributes like associate ID, associate name, department, sales category, store, These are some additional attributes. Based on that, you have to transform that to a credit entry. And I'll just show you many more things about interesting things about that. So we have to be really quick. I just need to drop off for a meeting to this. Meeting. So net debit and credit, yes. And what we are asking the system is to summarize the general line fields here. Currency, let's say credit amount, let's say debit amount, transaction fee. I'll show you more accounting source actually. That will make more sense. So you can see some cash transactions here. Let me see. Let's see view accounting source. So we have a report call or just type accounting source. So you can go to the view accounting source here. So the main thing happens here actually. Initiate accounting batch, center batch is just like a task we run, but the key things happen here. So let me accounting, so sales data. Let's see if this is because something. Okay, so we have got money market here. Let's see what they have contributed to. He has not used any attributes. That's very sad. But on what he is summarizing, let me see. Summarizing on header company, ledger type accounting data. Okay, actually this is Newton we have, and this we have a lot of data, and people are doing practice. So maybe we're not seeing the right thing here, but the purpose is to tell you that, for accounting center, what exactly it does is like typically you go to account credit journal, right? Ledger debit and ledger credit amount and the ledger account and give some other attributes. But in accounting center, what we really do is we transform the data talks that, okay, some cash sale happened, somebody sold something, some inputs are there, transform them into a accounting journal for us in the system. So that's what we define in the accounting source, basically, that, okay, this is the ledger account you have to use. If you see this attributes, if you see this person name, if you see this person name as and a sales also, and if you see XYZ attributes, convert them to a journal line of credit. If you see this person, this data, this kind of attributes, convert them into a debit amount with this total debit and total credit. Now, if you look at this source here, okay, so you got data types here, tables basically. People into Extend and Prism can correlate here, but you got data table here. Now in this data table, I can define this store, right? So there are 4 stores: register date, right? Associate ID, associate name, line item, sales category, department, price, quantity, subtotal. All those things you can do here. And you can see like who created this, data ingestion here. Prism data sources, sales data. So the Prism data here is sales data here. And I think someone was there from in the batch in the Prism here, right? They can put more insight if required. But yeah, we have this tables here that we can define. We can change the values here. For example, sales category. Okay. So API name is sales category here. When the data would be coming into the system, that will have a API name called sales category here. Field type would be text, description any. Okay. Top values would be breakfast, dinner, happy hour, lunch, whatever. Like they have defined some dummy data here. Quantity. So all these things, like this is a part of training only. We'll see how do we customize all these values, right? Activities, fields, and everything. You can see some activities here. And if there's something wrong, Workday will let you know what you have to do exactly. Then you have discovery boards also. You have quick actions also here. See, you can edit the schema, create a data change task here, truncate the data here. For example, edit schema. Okay. So you got a store here. That's a field type is text. The register date is a text here. So Let's say if you want to enter a description, field type here, you can see here, you want to enter a description here, default value, top values are this, like which you got data from the system. When you got interested into the Workday, you can go to next here. You can rename your table here and the API names from which you got the data. There are domains, Prism default to dataset access, okay, enable for analysis. And this is the Prism data source, primary data source here. Here we have tags. You can add your tags here, descriptions, and many more things you can do here for Accounting Center. So this is just like a glimpse of it. It's like really big. We have to go deeper and we have to do a lot of configuration. That we'll see in our classes once we started. But I was just showing you the overview of it, like how do we go into this. Then I'll just show you some discovery boards here. So yeah, let's go to this drive and let me show you some discovery boards. For example, this is discovery board sales demo, discovery board sales MG. If you run this discovery boards, and we'll talk about this discovery boards also in our sessions. So it's running some query based on the data and all those things. It's loading. Come on, maybe a lot of data here. That's why it's taking time. But yeah, while it's doing that, okay, maybe we have to change some fields. Let's see if we can have another discovery board. Yeah, but in the meantime, please do let me know if you have any questions on the Accounting Center performance. How does it work? I'll show you some journals actually in the meantime.
Rules, just any one sample rules. Are you trying to implement that one?
Yeah, I'll just show the BPs also very quickly. So GMS USA here the 25. So all of the periods in journal source will pick up Accounting Center. It's right there. And let's hit OK. Okay, so all of them are posted. The accounting source was Accounting Center here. And if you look at the journals here, you can see based on the configuration that we had done on the journal lines, right? It has created the journals here using debit and credit rules, what we have defined here. You can see the process history, who has processed this, the anti-way, because of that initial accounting batch event, this got triggered.
Like, what will be the difference between this accounting source journal and a normal journal?
Yes. So see, in normal journal is like when you create journal manually, you type this task called create journal. I'll just show you. This is created
I got that. Okay,
yeah.
Manually.
Yeah, that is because we do this manually, and this gets created automatically because of the rules. So I show you that rules, right? Journals, Accounting Center sources. So in there we define the rules that okay, if you see this parameter, automatically create a journal entry in the system. You're not doing anything. It's all doing automation. There's a difference between automation and manually. Manually, you know exactly which ledger account you would be selecting, what amount you would be doing. There we're just saying, okay, you see 10,000, 5,000, doesn't matter. If there's a transaction with cash sale or somebody has sold something, a commission is there, immediately convert that into a journal entry. You see those API rules, right? Because of that, the system creates the accounting list.
Could you please just quickly navigate to that screen only, please? Sorry, I just missed it. Maybe the automation of the journal.
Yeah, I'll just show you accounting source.
It will be based on the cost centers.
Cost centers, many other parameters you can have.
The cost center is the main one, right? Where it is exactly is getting booked.
It's exactly one of them, but it's not all of it's not like the only thing. Yes, you're right. Cost center is one, but there are other parameters as well. We have to the system.
Yeah.
So for example, I'll just pick one, the fab one. So here you see here, and you just go to this report. If you have access to the tenants in your company, okay, just go to this report called view accounting source. Okay, then you will see the name and everything. Then you have this rules here, accounting group name. Okay, then your general line rules here, we define like debit amount, credit amount, and transaction amount will be total or like whatever it is. And then additional attributes like this, you have to define like the batch number, associate ID, associate name, many more other parameters you can add. That we'll talk about in the configuration, like once you start the sessions.
Please quickly let us know. So how can that modules where we can apply it and where it will help us? Which position we can looking into this?
Yeah, so see, right now I'm just preparing the document. It's under progress right now. It's not completed, but I'll tell you exactly what we are going to do. We are going to do everything from scratch, starting up from like setting up a company for us. Okay. Then using that for our accounting center journals. Then we'll be seeing accounting source rules. Okay. That ingestion, discovery boards, business process configurations. We'll see how does business process configured, how many business processes are there, how many domains are there on which you need to have access to run this task or to see the reporting data. Okay, we'll see discovery boards, we'll see some reports also. And then we'll create some dummy data, which the system will create journals for us automatically. So that is the plan for this batch. Although in detail, I'm preparing the document. I'll share it with you soon, or ZaranTech team will come back to you with the entire PPT and topics. And
obviously from session 1 onwards, you'll be having the PPT uploaded in the LMS, and the materials and assignments, everything will be given to you.
Yeah, it's right there in the chat. You can go through it as well. Any questions?
Which Workday Pro we have to go for after this course?
Which Workday course you're saying? Or
No, he's asking about the certification. Certification, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a certification. Workday Financial Accounting Center has a certification actually.
Is the exact the same, or which is like
it's a pro one? Workday Pro Financial Accounting Center. That is the certification name.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people here in this batch have already taken some of the certification. So finance has a lot of module, and certification. So this is only specifically for the Financial Accounting Center.
And just a question, you mentioned about like the course duration to be 16 hours. So like how it is divided, like, I mean, the time frame I'm talking about.
It is same timing, Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m. CST onwards. It will be like every day, I believe, 1.5 hour session.
Okay.
You're saying the tenant access is not included?
No, it is not included because tenant access cost, because this topic cannot be covered in the GMS tenant. Okay. So we have a vendor who is charging $450 USD per month per users for this tenant. Okay. So that is what I mean. If might be some of the people will be having their own tenant. So if somebody wants, they can buy separately. That is the reason we are charging the course fee only $249, which doesn't include the tenant.
I don't have that tenant. What I should do?
So that's what you can talk separately. We have a vendor who that's what I mentioned, the cost also, how much they're going to charge for the tenant.
What exactly is tenant?
Tenant is a system access. You can see where he is practicing right now. He's showing all these activities. That's the tenant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Including tenant, the course fees is around $700, right?
Yes, that is the standard fee what we charge always for all the Workday modules, $699 USD. Without tenant, $249. Because I told you the tenant cost is in INR, they are charging like almost 40K for this implementation tenant, and in USD it is going to come around like $450 US.
For 1 month.
1 month per user, yes.
So it's like the same GMS tenant.
No,
right?
that is what I'm saying. A GMS tenant, these things will not work. If you can talk about the tenant difference between them, then people.
Yeah, the implementation tenant I am talking about. So
yes,
but the different, which I have already from the ZaranTech. Is it not work?
No, that is, see, that tenant which you people have purchased, right? That is Workday basic finance module will work on that, the integration studio, HCM, all the modules of HCM, US payroll, that will work. But finance has a lot of advanced modules, right? So this is one of the advanced modules, which is not going to happen in the GMS tenant. Yeah.
For additional $450, we can purchase.
That is a separately, because some of the people might be having their own tenant also, right? So they don't need tenant. If somebody needs tenant, you have to pay $450 US for 1 month, 1 users. We have a vendor directly. You can pay to them. We can connect you to them directly, or else you can pay to us. We can get you. That's how it is.
That is what I'm saying. So because you just cannot learn accounting center, you have to do it along with Prism. Okay.
Yes. All those things will be enabled. That is why it is expensive.
$699 you cover with the tenant.
We are not covering $699. It is $249. Okay. It is 16 hours. Duration is not going to change with the tenant and all. It is a 16 hours curriculum. Duration remains the same. 16 hours. Okay. Yeah.
So 1 month is enough for, even though we can buy.
It is a 1 month training only. Yes, it will be over in 1 month. It probably depends on the one. If he's taking 1 hour every day also, so 4 weeks it will be over.
Any access to the admin guide, the fundamental day fundamental?
Yes, that though we will give it to you. I mean, already we give a lot of materials and guide, which is there, which we share it to all the Workday batches student.
To my best understanding, like it's all a finance thing. Like, so when you say the cost center, is it related to the accounts payable? Is it related to the account receivable? Is it related to the banks?
See, cost center is a different thing. It's a work tag. It's an organization type, you can call it. But it's never the key thing in your transactions, right? You may use cost center in your transaction, but it's not a mandatory thing to add and have it. Cost center is basically like, if you see, let me talk about this in a layman word. So if you see your salary slips, right? Now, when we do budgeting and planning, let's say as a company, you're doing budgeting and planning for the next year. Now you have several costs for that, right? You would be paying utilities, insurance, operations team, transport, department, many more things, just like that. So you would be allocating that cost to multiple cost centers. That okay, for this year, I am budgeting that okay, I would just need to spend like $10,000 on food for my current hiree people or the employees, plus 2 if I just add plus 10 minus the employees also, then let's add some more amount. So that's my budgeting for that cost center. Then actual transactions happen, right? When you start paying the vendors for the food services and everything, so you start adding those cost center in the supplier invoices for the reporting purpose. That okay, I have used this cost center I've paid the supplier with this cost center XYZ. Now there can be multiple cost centers in one single transaction also. And you will say, okay, for this cost center, I paid this much. So at the end, when the financial year will end, right, you will be running your reports and closing the books. You will come to know that, okay, I had budgeted for $10,000. And right now, or maybe the mid of year, I've already spent like $12,000. So I'm going on and above my budgeted amount, right? For that purpose, typically we use cost center for reporting purpose only. Accounting center is a module. It's not like a work tag or attribute you can use in transaction. Accounting center is a module just like procurement, order to cash, reporting, assets, and so on. So accounting center is a module which generates your non-transactional data, typically transactional data, like for example, your supplier invoices, customer invoices, not like that. It typically generates your data which you key inside, like attribute name, the employee name, the cash sale, insurance sale, into a proper accounting journal entry. That's what it does. And cost center is just a small part of it. So that's what a cost center is. And that's what an accounting center is. Okay.
But as of now, guys, we will conclude the session. So we have shared you the payment link. Whoever wants to register, we can go ahead because we are going to start the training from 17th actually. Okay. So I think
this is only functional side of it pretty much, or anything technical?
This is a functional, but Prism is a little bit technical, will be there, kind of. But it's a finance, right? So finance is mostly functional, but yes, little bit of technical will be there because Prism is included in this. Not in depth, but for financial accounting center, Prism is required. That's how it is. Yeah,
correct, go ahead. That's true. But if you have to deal with technical side of it, where you have to build these Prism-based integrations for all your financial accounting.
See, that is a separate module because this is only specifically we are focusing on financial accounting center. I mean, we have a lot of modules, in Workday, integration, correct. Prism, board reporting, Studio, advanced reporting, a lot of modules.
Would you be able to throw some guidance on that?
Yes, we'll do that. Our sales, that's why I said, like after the session, our sales team will connect with you within 24 hours and they will talk to you and you can, mention your requirement, your profile, then they will definitely guide you on that. We have a lot of training modules in Workday, but this is specifically for Workday Financial Accounting Center. That's how it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Guys, already, if anybody wants to register, we have shared you the payment link. And yes, coming Tuesday, we are starting the session, same timing, Central Time Zone. And anybody has any questions, you can drop me an email and sales team will anyhow reach out to you. Sounds good?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.